Hello everybody and welcome to another round of the Speed Force Racing GP3 division. Today we are at one last final stop, only one race after this one. We are in Brazil today at Kota. And before we're gonna do anything else...
Hang on. We're
Wait.
not at the Circuit of the Americas, we're at Interlagos. We're at Kota.
We are at Brazil, I had to say. Jesus.
We are at Interlagos here.
Interlagos, yeah. I'm a little bit confused.
I'm joined by Senna. I'm joined by Senna. It's Alex. He's Senna.
Yeah.
We're getting down to that crunch time, mate. Really, I can run down the standings for you. You got Sven in the Ferrari on top with 264 points, and then we got Stam on 240 points, which means that if Sven outscores Stam by more than 3 points, he is crowned world champion today. Very spicy. After that, you got Trainman, Friedrich, Gamey, Lee, Storm, Special Energy, Festa, Topics, Magi, Psychomich, GA, Chris Can, Jurgamel, Manzo, Hunter, Clarkson, Hagen, Ryan Van Doom. And then your constructors title. The championship's already decided. Toro Rosso are already in second place. But after that, the battle for third place is still on. You've got Red Bull on 195, Renault on 187, Alfa 175, Racing Point 163, Mercedes 162. And that is like a 5-team battle. Well, all the points are on the line, mate.
It is
there's 5 teams with 30 points in between each other. Mercedes, you could argue they're a bit too far away. Same with a Racing Point, but especially Alfa, Renault, and Red Bull, they're in that battle. But really, we need to talk about that top fight. Do you think that if you're a betting man, do you bet on Sven to wrap it up today, or do you think that you're reckon that Stan will get the win on this one?
We saw a very strong performance from Sven last week, but we also saw very much unlock for Stam, if I can remember that good. So I think it will be very close.
Opposite way round, my friend.
Oh.
Stam did the one stop, and absolutely smashed it. He was on the mediums to start with, and got very lucky. Didn't get very lucky, just drove it completely. We had the Bishop that was born.
The Bishop,
so yeah.
Unfortunately, Jack isn't there tonight, so we won't see another Bishop today.
Yes, but no, it's going to be very exciting. I think Stam needs to, again, the thing that won him the race last week was strategy. Again, I don't know how Interlagos is with strategy, if there's many different strategies, but it comes down to strategy here. I think Stam might go for the alternate and try and do that. I think, on raw pace, Sven's the faster of the two. But who knows, eh? Who knows? It's going to be exciting.
Yeah. For a strategy, I think there's 2 things possible. But the best thing that is starting on the soft tires and then just going on the mediums. Because the degradation on the tires is not as high as the game expects in front of at the beginning of the session. You really can do around 13-14 laps on the soft. That's quite easy to do.
Could weather impact our drivers today?
It's possible. It's a very there's always a possibility that
what if Sven DNFs and Stam wins? That would throw the championship.
DNFs and Stam wins, then he overtakes the lead.
And then Abu Dhabi would be a straight shootout, wouldn't it? Really.
That's just the guy that ends in front of each other wins the championship. That should be a crazy one. But let's hope for Sven that doesn't happen.
But it's incredible though that it's gone down to Brazil, isn't it? In this 21 race calendar.
Hopefully it will go to Abu Dhabi, but we'll see that in a few
I mean, if it doesn't,
minutes.
Congratulations to Sven, and if he does win the championship, we'll get him in anyway. If he doesn't take podiums today, which you expect him to if he's going to win the. I expect him to be on the podium no matter what.
Yeah, I guess he will be on the podium just like Stan.
Raining in qualifying.
Is it?
Ooh, it's raining in qualifying.
It is. And
it doesn't look like it's getting dry anytime soon.
That is interesting.
Who is this going to benefit now? Because surely they're not going to be worried about tyre wear. They're going to just put in lap after lap here. I mean, I think it's an indication of if we see drivers come out, we know it's not going to get dry again.
Yeah, we don't see any drivers yet. So if they still wait a few minutes, we know that maybe the conditions are getting better in a few minutes. But I hear an engine. So I guess someone is coming out already.
I don't, but I might have the engine glitched.
It is the 2 Racing Points, if I see that. No, the 2
Alfa
Romeos.
Alpha.
Of Energy Dan And
punch you in the heat.
yeah, there are two not. Oh, punch you in the heat, almost get into the barrier already. And there are
More
two
movement in the
not
pit lane as well.
GP3 drivers.
More
Energy Dan
movement.
and Punch are both not drivers. Punch is testing his pace today, and Energy Dan is a GP4 driver.
A lot of drivers coming out now, man, here, so it leads me to believe that there won't be any improved conditions. Jürgen Mal, the only Mercedes, he's struggled. Can these interchanging conditions help him out? Everyone's coming out here. We haven't seen Sven yet. We haven't seen Trainman. We haven't seen Stam. This is really a time to shine for everyone else, isn't it?
And we see that Chris Cam has switched in the box on the soft, so maybe it could be getting dry at the end of the session. And James Keller gets disqualified for blocking the pit lane. Wow.
It's interesting. That's super
also
interesting.
Our GP4 driver today. James is disqualified from the session. I think he crashed in the barriers then. He just lost his car and then due to that blocked everyone else.
Let's have a look then. So everyone's out on circuit except McLaren's.
Yeah.
The Energy Dan's made a mistake. He's lost his wing. The conditions don't seem to be improving, mate. They look a bit wet.
Yeah, we'll see that nearing the end of the race. Punch is now getting started his lap of qualifying, the first one to set a time lap in.
Actually, it's getting a bit brighter here. It's will be dry conditions.
Yeah, I think it's getting better towards the end. Not sure
yeah,
if softs are going to be a possibility, but
the sun's out in sector 3.
Yeah, it is getting better.
And people are already going into the pits then.
Punch going really carefully through the corners.
Interesting that none of our big hitters decided to go out here.
Yeah, it is. We both have Sven and Stam, of course, still in the pit lane.
How will Trainman fixture into this race? I don't know.
Punch now going towards the last corner, then on the last straight. Oh, he's struggling so hard.
Those inters are just too warm.
Yeah, I don't think he will go to finish this lap. Or will he? He will finish this lap, so he's gonna put a time in. It won't be a good one, it will be a 20.8, putting the fastest lap at the moment. And Matt G goes faster than that, 1 second faster with a 119.8. Parallel down to the Williams driver. Lee is also getting his lap in. What time can he set? For Toro Rosso, it is a 119.9, just behind provisional pole at the moment, putting him into P2.
I find it interesting that the Ferraris haven't I find it interesting that the Ferraris haven't even bothered along with Stam, that they know that they're going to wait for the conditions to improve. Which
I think they know, yeah. Well,
it looks a bit heavier now.
190.5, and just like Felix does.
Felix, not been in the season, but he's got 2 races to end it on a high, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. And we're seeing that the drivers that are finishing their laps at the moment are going quite faster than Luke, who puts in the fastest, the first lap, or I mean Punch.
Bajkovic goes across the line. It's the fastest. And
Gamey goes fourth with a 119.9 now.
So difficult, isn't it, to tell? You know.
Next one across the line is the Renault of Banksy.
Banksy. I wonder if he's an Arch fan.
And he puts in a 190.0. Very well done to him.
That time from Banksy. It's a good time. Good time from Banksy.
It's a good time, but that time will be improved. It will get blasted towards the end of the session.
Badger, who is from GP4, so
what can he do today? It is a 1.1 at the sector 2 time. That isn't very fast. But what time can he set in a GP4 driver?
Well, he's not here to perform at top level today, isn't he? He's a bit of fun, but he comes across the line.
He
was 6th fastest.
He
beats the Toro Rossos. It's not a bad lap, you know.
That's a good lap. And
1,000th off of gaming things.
Has put the mediums on. in the box. So I guess it will be dry at the end of the session.
Oh yeah, but we're nowhere near ready yet.
You have 3 drivers in their pit box on the soft tires at the moment. While Energy Dan is
Oh
out again.
no!
And
Felix!
Felix retires from the session. Where did that happen? Sector 2.
Yeah, no,
So
no, he
probably we're
lost
gonna
it after the first straight, after the Sunday rest, so around that corner there. DRS is
well,
enabled
DRS is
now.
enabled. So it will
Okay,
be
this is
getting very much drier.
there's no reason for the dry runners to come out yet, though, is there? Banksy
Nah,
comes
not
across the
yet.
line again. Stops the interludes. Yeah, push one more time.
Energy Dan is the next one to
A
come along.
hard tyre for puncher in the head. Interesting, or heed.
Energy Dan going very wide at the straight. What time can he set in on the intermediates? Also a GP4 driver who is racing with us today. Our 4th place, a 119.5, very well done to him.
I just, like, I think it's almost like, yeah, the rain's dissipated so much.
It is. It's almost gone.
I mean, this felt while it lasted. Badger is slowing down. He's going to box, late minute box choice. Very reminiscent of Lewis Hamilton there. Of the back in Hockenheim last year. With the in.
No, stay out.
Yeah, that. It's like him then. I think he'll come to commit, finish his lap. So, no, he's not going to box.
Well, the
so,
rain is
yeah,
already gone.
the
in
rain's
sector 2.
actually gone.
It is.
Felix is in trouble now in this qualifying session.
He will probably be the last one of the grid if everyone
Gunther won't be happy, and we're already seeing some soft tyre runners come out. Yeah, gamey things.
That's very fast.
Mad G, punch him in the head.
Tires.
I think it's a, I don't think the track's gonna like those hard tyres.
I don't think that too. Maybe it's just to put a feeling in.
Yeah, that's not the worst idea in the world actually there, mate. Short track around here in Interlagos.
It is.
What should they be setting, about 1:09 if it's a fast quality one? 1:09?
I think we'll probably get into the 1:08, maybe even a high 1:7, because yesterday the pole lap in GP4 was a 1:08.7, I guess. So we will get into the 1:8s today, of course.
Again, it's so interesting. We've had to deal with almost 10 minutes of qualifying session without seeing Sven or Stam.
Yeah, that's crazy. And still they are waiting while we have yellow in sector 2 and 3, probably slow cars. Maggi puts in a 1:19.8 on the hard tires.
No,
he just
that was his outlap.
Yeah.
That was his outlap.
That was, yeah. That was what? He has a
difficult corner.
Yeah,
it's not the easiest, it's the back end.
Oh,
Lost the back end. Oh.
Very well done to keep the car between the walls. But it's not time yet for the hards.
I think the hards are just too. They don't warm up enough.
It is. Hards need so much more time to warm up, and it's not time for that yet. We saw that. Gamey is putting a time lap in on the soft tires now. But this is really just to put a feeling in all these drivers. The fastest lap you can put is now really the last one. The last lap you can put in, that will be the fastest lap, because the track is warming up and it isn't going that fast because it's still very cloudy.
Yeah, and obviously, the track's still cold. It's not going to warm up yet. I just feel sorry for these guys on the soft tyres who are actually still squirting around. So fair play to Maggi and those. I'm happy that Maggi kept the track.
Yeah, what a save he did. Gamey is gonna put the fastest lap in at the moment. What time will that be?
Looks a bit more comfortable in sector 3 around the high speeds. Punching in the head with a 1:15.7
on the hard tires. That's a good lap.
1:12.
Gamey going 1:12.3.
We've got movement in Ferrari garage. It's Sven. Sven is out, along with Trainman. Trainman's followed him directly. The Trainman perhaps getting that slipstream.
Oh no! Trainman did hit the wall on the pit exit, so he lost a piece of his front wing.
Oh no!
So
he's lost an entire end plate. He's lost an entire end plate.
He did, so he won't be putting a time lap in. I can tell you that for sure. The only reason why he can be out is just to put slipstream for his teammate Sven. But he is still behind him. So hopefully the team radio works. between both of them. Well, not
Luke
Luke Beck
Beck.
put an 11.7 in. The track is
So
warming up, but it's going very slowly.
Absolutely, I don't think we'll see any 1.7s today.
I don't think we
But
will.
Mad G goes P3 with a 113.3 on the hard tyres. Not bad
Well
when you
done.
consider the other times.
Oh,
It's a good
that's
time for
incredible.
Mad G.
Yeah, he needed that one extra lap to warm up his tires extra. Now we're looking to the tour also of Energy Dan, the GP4 driver, who is
And Train
in
Man doing, but
P8
I'm
at the
watching
moment.
Sven on his lap here. I want to see how he deals with these conditions. The track, he's probably come out at the best time because he'll be able to put in one time lap
Yeah, that's a
before
good
he
choice.
gets. Whereas Stam hasn't done that. And again, though, we know that Stam
Stam
perhaps
is now
doesn't
on his
like
outlap.
Lee on the mediums.
Lee on the medium is a 111.3, very well done to Lee.
And Luke,
What a lap.
then Psychomich there,
What can
splitting the
Energy
two.
Dan do? Energy Dan, oh, that's a fastest lap for our GP4 driver. 110.5 for Energy Dan, very well done to him.
You've got to give the man credit, haven't you? That is incredible, impeccable. The track's definitely warming up now, isn't it?
It is, and now we're looking to the championship leader at the moment. He could possibly win it today if he gets 3 points more than Stam does.
I wonder what his thinking is. Does he think he's going into this race thinking he's going to win? Or is he prepared for it to go to Abu Dhabi next week? If it goes to Abu Dhabi next week, I mean, what a Christmas present it would be. But what a heartbreak it would be as well if he lost the championship.
Yeah, I think if Stam really can put it close again today, it's gonna be heartbreaking for one of them.
Here
What
comes
can
Sven.
Sven put in? It will be a fastest lap, it will be a 19.0,
It'll be
but it's
invalidated.
invalidated. Oh, that's changed the story.
Now let's look at Stam then, I guess. As he's going down that sector 1.
17.0.
Track's definitely warming up. I mean, so you said he did a 7. I'm going to look at Sven. So you said he did a 17.0. Sven did a 16.9.
That's 110 between them.
No, it was 3. No, it was a 16.997. So it was literally almost a 16, almost a 17. So you could essentially, if you want to round up, call it a 17 flat.
Yeah, it is.
That's tight between these two.
But can Time keep his car in valid terms of the track? Because Sven has a little bit of pressure now, but someone had it last week, I don't remember who it was, didn't put a lap in till 2 minutes before the end and then getting P3 or something it was.
And
Stam's
Stam's going to come across the line now here.
It's going to be a 18.5. 18.88. That's
He's
a
got
very
4
good
minutes.
lap.
He's got time now to go into the pits, get a new set of boots on, doesn't he? He's put himself in the right good pocket, and now he can just go into the pits. I tell you what though, I think Felix is looking down right now and is a bit disappointed.
Yes.
Himself. He just crashed at the wrong time.
Oh, no, that's alright.
Sorry mate, Jay in the McLaren is coming across the line now in the medium tyres. He goes P3.
Well,
And
Hunter
already
just
energy
moved
down.
to P2, a 19.4 for him.
Absolutely, it's going to be so interesting, isn't it?
Now there's a little pressure for Sven, like I said. He has to put a validated lap in.
Yeah, and again, obviously it's quite easy to get invalidations around here.
It is.
But Stam, though, you know, it's not really one of those, you kind of want to be, at least on the front row if you're Stam. You don't need behind a car going into the centre S. I think he won't mind if he's P2, but I think he definitely wants to be on that front row, doesn't he?
He is. Kreska now starting his time lap, the McLaren driver. What time can he set? Also didn't set a time yet. And I don't think he will have time to... it will be a close one, I think. If he finishes
No,
his lap...
I think he just wants a clear track, mate. I think that's what he's going for. Chris Cannon, the McLaren, not his best season, not his worst. But it was seen already some movement in the Ferrari garage, interesting. Movement in the Red Bulls as well. No, they're just bringing a car in. Whereas Ferrari are bringing Chainman out, along with Sven. So those guys are already coming out.
Yeah, but one have to... yeah, they're going together again.
Will they swap?
Hopefully, Chainman can keep the car in the pit lane now, while Badger goes third fastest with a 9.5.
They're going to make sure that he does.
Trayman is behind Sven again. That's... I thought it would be the other way around, to be fair.
So did I. I mean, it won't be long though until we see Stam come out the pits and go again.
Trayman
But
going
Chris
very wide
can.
with warming his tyres up.
But Chris can stick across the line now and set a 1 minute. He's invalidated the lap.
Yeah, he invalidated it. He let it go in sector 2, I guess.
Right, where when we see Stam make his move, get on into the track.
Stam still in the pits while the 2 Ferraris are out at the moment.
It's not the end of the world. He's got a few seconds to play with.
He does. Still possible while Badger gets out of the way. Badger in
A lot
3rd place
of
at the moment.
cars
That's
are coming
very
out
well done
now.
to him.
Now we'll see movement in the Williams garage. There he goes. He's out now. It's Stam.
And it's gonna be Sven in front of Trayman. That's an interesting one.
And then you got the Renaults there coming out now. These guys have left it really tight. McLaren of GA. These guys, man, they've left
GA
it right.
is very late.
No, they're all late, mate. They're all just coming out of the pits right now. They're all going to make it, but
They're not gonna make it, but they... Yeah, it's now they have to slow down before the 2 Ferraris. And that's an interesting one. Hopefully everyone sees that the Ferraris are coming. Frederick does it very well.
It's slightly more difficult, though, isn't it, to get out of the way in the middle. They do it very well, though. Good job, boys. They do it very, very well.
Second.
Good job by Chris Can. I know that's to do with the track, but you know, people invalidate their laps here. He's put himself in a good place. Felix down to 14th, and it's just a sad thing to see. But right now, Sven
in sector 2.
We said he got a 17. We got a 16.
Well,
9
Lee goes fastest. A 1:8.7.
16.8 is what Sven got in the first sector. This is the middle sector now.
51.8. What
The
time
track's
can
definitely
Sven
going to be.
set?
The track's definitely going to be faster now because of the track.
Yeah, the sun is even coming now.
So you know it could even work better for Stan, but Sven goes across the line. It's going to be.
Hey, 1:8.3 provisional pole position with his teammate just behind him with a 1:8.4. Now we're gonna have to look to Stam. He is in his sector 1. We have Badger and Punch already finishes. Now not Luke Beck goes in 5th with a 1:9.1. Very well done to him.
I'm watching Stan, mate.
Me too.
It was a 16.8. It was a 16.8 for Sven. It was a 16.7 for Stam.
Oh, that's gonna be a very close one.
Every 10th is crucial around Interlagos, though, isn't it? Gamey goes P5. Every 10th is crucial around this circuit.
Oh no! That's lap gone. There he lost all the time. Yep, he will be starting with a 1:8.8, and that won't bring him in much better papers for this race.
I think he's safe in P4 though.
Hunter is going quite fast.
True.
Hunter has the possibility to still go ahead of Stam. Is he gonna do that? No, just behind him.
Stam will be counting his lucky stars. GA though will come across the line in the McLaren. He'll go P14, and Banksy will go
P12.
Banksy goes P5.
P5.
So,
wow, Banksy, what a lap.
Mate, I tell you what, Stam will be kicking himself. It's a Ferrari front row here at Interlagos. And you just feel now that Stam's got one hand on that trophy.
Well, Frederick crashed.
Yeah, free not good for free. Stam, is it the end of the world for him at the minute? Can he still come back?
Ooh, he can still come back, but it's gonna be a difficult one because Sven has also the positive thing that his teammate is just behind him. So if they play it right at Ferrari, Sven is gonna secure his championship today.
Oh, it's so difficult. I mean, you know, if
Stam has a wonderful start, anything is possible again.
Stam's just got to be careful, isn't he? That's his main goal. Not get damaged. I mean, the issue is with Sven as well. No, for Stam is that Trainman's the car alongside. Do you really think we'll see Trainman challenge his brother into turn 1?
I don't think that will happen. I think really Trainman is gonna be the team player today. And if maybe Stam gets in front of Lee did qualified him in 3rd. Very well done to him. It's an unbelievable qualifying for him.
I think Stam's got to take those big risks today, isn't he? As you can run down the qualifying order.
The qualifying order is Sven on pole position and Ferrari lock up with OG Trainman. in 2nd place. It's Lee on 3rd, Stam in 4th, Banksy in 5th, Hunter in 6th, Gamey in 7th, Not Luke back in 8th, Chris Can in 9th, Jager in 10th, Badger in 11th, Maggie on 12th, Psychom at 13, Punch in 14, GA in 15, Energy Dan in 16, Felix in 17, and it is Frederica P18 and James P19. Both of the last two didn't put a lap in.
It's just drama, isn't it? You've got to worry now. Again, qualify. We didn't. I think Stan would have been happy with the front row. You know, I think he would have been. I think because he's got a car in front of him. Because if Stan wins this race and Sven comes, if Sven wins the race, I was like, that's the championship over.
It is.
That
and it's gonna be a very very
grey.
If someone could inform us on the rain or something, that should be amazing. Well, I have some info while why James has got disqualified. His dad turned off the TV, so that's why he got disqualified for blocking the pit lane. That's a disaster for him. But I think we're gonna see if a lot of guys starting on the mediums or the hards, we know that it won't be raining at the start of the race. But if we see like everyone starting on soft tires, we know rain could be very fast.
Yeah, mate. Do you think that Sven's gonna wrap it up today?
I think he will secure it. I think just Sven will win this race. I think Stam is gonna be P2 and Treyman in P3. That's my prediction for today. I think
all I'm saying is
get into P3.
All I'm saying is if you are listening to him, man, I know it's your brother, I know you've got team orders or whatever, but if you could just challenge your brother to have a race, that would be lovely.
He can challenge him every race, but not today, I guess. I think that's too important today to secure it already and then have a fight in Abu Dhabi together.
I mean, Stam, if you're Stam, do you focus on just doing reckless dive bombs at this point, or?
I think Stam really needs to focus on a good start. He has to get in P3 at the start. If he's behind both Lee and Trainman, and maybe behind something else if he has a bad start, I think it's already game over then. Of course, anything can happen. It could be that Sven crashes at the first turn, but if the race goes normally, Stam has a very difficult objective to do today.
It's gonna be so interesting. I'm
will,
gonna watch Stam on onboard.
Yeah, say mate, sorry.
I'm gonna watch Stam on the onboard just to see how his start goes. You're gonna obviously watch the main cam.
I will.
Oh man, so you reckon Sven with the win today?
Yeah, I think Treyman will be the ultimate Valtteri Bottas today.
Well, I reckon if Stam can get past Treyman quickly, it's game on. If he doesn't, then
the longer he stays behind Treyman, the difficulter it will be. The more
anyway,
difficult.
36 laps here at the Interlagos circuit in Brazil.
A Ferrari front rock. What will that bring for the race?
We're about to find out. As the cars go into their boxes.
Everyone is lining up for the starting position here at Brazil, at Interlagos. Everyone is lined up. We have the green flags waving. Now we're waiting till the red light goes on. There they're going. We have lights out. And it is a good start for both Ferraris. It is Sven in the lead. Treyman is defending it. Like I see, Lee still has P4. It's a very bad start for Stam. Lost position to Banksy already. Lost also position to Not Luke. Oh, what a bad start from Stam. He's losing all positions now. Gamey is on the inside of Stam. He will lose another position here.
What happened to Stam is that he got boxed in.
I have no idea why Punch is getting retired, and Stam gets oh, there goes Hunter. Hunter into the barriers. Not out yet, but his race is ruined with some contact with Stam. I think Stam got a lot of some front wing damage too.
He has no damage.
Bad start
he has no
Stam.
damage. He has no damage.
He has the damage, but I think...
So as
yeah.
like that, what I was going to say was at the start, Banksy went for a weird move really, and kind of compromised. It was a bit of a dirty one, if I'm honest, on Stam, and it's kind of it's put him back a few laps. This is going to be the making.
But we have both Ferraris already with a gap of 1.2 seconds to Lee. And will Treyman get the pressure onto Sven? That's the most important question at the moment. Will Treyman really wants to want to win this race?
You know, I hope so. I mean,
it should be interesting. A fight between two brothers, between two teammates, with one teammate fighting for the championship win today. But we have Banksy already really close to Lee. Then Stam is 1.1 seconds behind Gamey. He's in P7 at the moment. That's not the way he would have wanted to start this race.
my gaps are all over the show. In terms on my screen, it says Banksy is 1.
No, Banksy
1
is
minute.
0.6 behind.
It says
So-
on my screen he's 1 minute 13 seconds back.
Wow.
So I can't actually the proper distances, but I can watch the racing and it's all normal. I'm
Yeah, I
not
think-
disconnected from any driver, but
Well, Badger and Frederick loses 2 position each. Don't know what happened there. James Keller goes from P50 to P13 in one corner, I think. Luke is getting very close to get Banksy now. Sven puts in a fastest lap of 111.8. Our leader at the moment. While
Yeah,
Lee doesn't really seems to have the pace of the front guys.
no, but Stan is already on the back of gamey things. He's got DRS as well.
Stan really needs to be so aggressive now, but that is also so dangerous for getting penalties or damage.
I just feel bad for him on that first lap.
Yeah, I feel bad for Hunter too. I don't really saw what happened between Stam and Hunter, but they both touches.
Well,
and
you
Hunter
saw
just
you
flowed to the barriers.
saw that gamey got past. I think Hunter was just trying to be opportunistic and find space, but I think Stan at that point as well wasn't really feeling it. Kind of,
Yeah, I think
he
so.
didn't do anything. He didn't do anything wrong, Stan, but he wasn't being as kind as perhaps you would expect the normal Williams driver to be.
Yeah, a little bit frustrated on himself, I think. Well, it
I
is
mean,
getting very close
I think the man who'll be frustrated the most is the Renault.
Yeah, I think.
And now
Don't
here
saw
comes
what
Stan then on
happened.
gamey.
That should
Stan
be a
is
move.
Stam's gonna get this move here. Treyman with
Strayman
the
now
fastest lap.
faster. Strayman goes ahead of Sven now, so he will get fighting while Stan goes into P6 and has to watch out that he doesn't touch Luke. Now
This
Gamey
is
can get a
encourage-
better exit maybe.
This is good racing, and that racing is going to help people like Stan, isn't it? Now Stan goes defensive. There's a Red
Yeah,
Bull.
Gamey isn't fast enough. Not straight. But we see now Treyman in the lead. So we are gonna have a fight for the win today, so that's
And even
amazing.
so, it hasn't been too costly to Stan because they've not
No.
got too far away.
But it's already 2.8 seconds between the guys Sven and Lee. So Lee is really struggling at the moment to keep the pace and is under a lot of pressure from Banksy. But
Mm.
if Lee still can just be faster on the straight, he doesn't have any problem, I think. I think here he wants that podium today.
Look at Stan, he's all over the back of Luke Beck.
Yes. Is he gonna make a move?
This will be a
One
move.
lap. It will be, I think. Is he gonna be faster? He is a little bit faster, not that much. Well,
Is
Sven
that-
goes back again and delete. It's a dive, a little bit of a dive bomb from Stan, but it's a good move. Into P5 now, on his way back up. And like you said, the gap isn't that big. There's like around 5 seconds between Sven now and Stan.
And Lee's gone wider and
Yeah,
blocked
Lee has
Banksy.
gone very wide. Banksy, is Banksy gonna try it here? That
I
should
wouldn't
be a very
recommend it.
brave move. Wow, very
Lee's
well
gonna
done.
Lee's gonna yield to that one. I don't think he really tested him. I think Stan though, this battling's gonna kind of help him here because he'll want to get
Yeah,
past
it
these
is.
guys.
He's already just
Perhaps-
behind Lee now. Oh, almost lost us there.
Snap him oversteer, but nothing. That's a normal thing at that corner.
Ooh,
Lee!
and there he touches
Oh
And is there
Oh
damage?
no!
Yes.
Ring damage. Bing, he's lost an end plate. He's lost an end plate.
Yeah, I thought something fell off the
Lee.
car, but I don't see it on
Lee.
my
It's
graphics at the
not
moment.
Lee's fault. It's
No,
not
it
Lee's
isn't.
fault, but
Lee had to brake for Banksy. Oh no, I
the
think there is
Toro,
damage for Stam.
the Toro Rosso will be the cost of Stam's World Championship.
I think it will. Oh, I really had to watch out that he doesn't goes into the back of Lee now.
Look at him in the corner. He's lifting so much.
Yeah, so he has to have damage. I don't see it on my screen. So that's very annoying for me. But yeah, he's struggling into the corners. Well, Frederick and Psychomet, the two house drivers, have a really good fight. I see it on the standing board. And Luke now only 110 behind Stam. So Stam is losing a lot of time at the moment. Oh, that's a disaster.
This is not the end. No, that's fair. I'm happy for him. But
Wow, Fester crashes. Fester goes into the wall. Not out yet, but I think there was contact. He was really close fighting with his teammate. Don't know yet.
If you're Stam, what do? Do you box early and one-stop it and get in free air, or?
Yeah, there's nothing to win now. He's only losing time, so I should be boxing and try to go on the hards. Then see where it comes out, because now he's losing very much time.
Do you think there's rain on the way, perhaps? Because obviously, if you have wind damage,
yeah, it is possible, of course. And we have most guys started on the softs, but we have Badger and Hunter starting on the hards. So probably there won't be any rain then.
At least we're seeing about at the top, but I can't help but feel heartbroken for the Williams.
It is.
No fault of his own as well today.
No. And also not a real fault of Lee, I think.
No, it's a racing incident.
It
absolutely.
is.
The reason I was going, oh Lee, it wasn't, obviously I wasn't directly blaming Lee, I was just going, you know. But that's what it comes down to, this championship. The Toro Rosso of Lee now. You know, who expected it?
And Lee is now really pushing to get his P3 back.
I'll tell you what, I think Stam's getting used to the lack of downforce, you know.
Yeah, that's possible. And then also the question is he gonna change that wing when he boxes?
Yeah, he will, but until then, he's got away from Luke back again.
Very close on Lee. I think he's gonna try the move.
Maybe
just like he did a few laps ago. Lee is very fast on the straight though. Is he gonna try it? No, it was just a little bit too far.
Oh, again these two, again these two.
Again, very dangerous. Banksy going very slow. Lee has to put his brake on. And then Stam has to do the same thing.
Here comes Lee now. Surely Lee gonna go for the move.
For the inside. That's a good move of Lee. Banksy goes. Yeah, Banksy is really hard trying at the moment. That is very close.
Ooh. Bit of lag on Lee there on my
still letting his car, and now he has to give. Almost again. That's goes into the back.
These guys need to stop auto braking in front of Stam. Banksy's pushing. Stop! Brilliant move! Brilliant move! Brilliant move for the Williams.
No, not so close to
obviously it's not looking bright.
Yeah, no, Banksy gets at the ass of Stam.
What a move! Brilliant racing. I mean, obviously it's not looking bright for Stam. But that, if he gets that off, that was a championship winning move. Stam to the inside of me now. Banksy!
Banksy has to I'm a little bit wordless at the moment, but Banksy goes into P4. Wow, what a bad moment for the podium.
There's no way he goes for a move on Stam, is there? No. But Luke back and Lee now on a battle now. Toro Rosso's going on.
Toro Rossos are back to each other again now.
The Renault.
But Banksy needs to calm down a little bit, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
He is testing his pace today, but he really needs to cool down a little bit.
I think, you know, obviously it's not game over for Stam. We don't know how penalties are and such warning. No one, you know, but he's got to hope for something special.
Yeah, it's 7.7.
Is that rain on my screen? Or was that me just losing it?
I don't see any rain at the moment. So I don't really think there is.
Oh, you're just deceiving me, my friend. Anyway, though, again, Stam in one lap, though, he's almost broke.
Well, there's yellow in sector 2 and sector 3. What happened there?
Can't
Only
see
in
it.
sector 2 now, and it is
Like,
Psychomics.
Lino and Banksy side by side. These two have a great
Oh,
battle.
Banksy has gone very deep there. And now Banksy will have the slipstream again, and the DRS.
And now Stam's got away brilliantly. Good
Yeah,
stuff.
Stam is
He's
gonna away now.
closing in on Sven as well.
Now Banksy's gonna try again on the inside.
Great, interestingly, Trainman's in the lead of the Grand Prix.
He is.
So, really, the battle right now. If Stam can get P2, he would still gain points from
1.1 seconds faster. So maybe Sven made a mistake or something.
Maybe, but also Stam looks quick. He's dealing well with the wing damage. Maybe on my screen it's just glitched because he doesn't seem. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't have any damage, and you have damage while Lee gets a little bit of a touch with Banksy again. And there's a race of late braking and then going into each other again. While Psychomics retired in the pit
Not
lane.
his day today. I tell you what, this battle between Banksy and the Toro Rosso is there.
He is gonna go around the outside.
Is he though? Because we know what Banksy is like.
Yeah, Banksy is really aggressive.
But
is Lee gonna do it? He has the faster one.
There comes Luke back!
Luke is gonna try it! Wow!
And succeed.
Both Toro Rossos has. Well, Lee gets a 3-second time penalty now. That's unlucky for him. Now Banksy. Gonna try it on Luke. Is he gonna make the move? Yes, he will, but now he has a very bad exit. And he has gone. Oh, he lost it. Banky lost it. He's letting everyone through, very well done to him, but now he is in P9. So that's the end of the battle between Lee and Banksy. It was too much for him, I think.
Just a little bit, you know. What lap would you expect the soft runners to box?
I guess it will be around lap 16, 17, and then going on to the mediums. Because the track isn't hot. There's nowhere any sun. Well, James also leaves the session, so probably his internet disconnected again, just like yesterday. He was doing a great job, the GP4 driver in P11. Now we have some battles between Kriska and Gamey, also between Matt G and GA. Very close battle there. That touches and Maggi spun. Oh no! A battle between Maggi and GA, and Maggi has spun. Unlucky there for Maggi, who is doing a great job at the moment. But he touched with GA and then lost his whole car. Disaster for him. And are we gonna get a fight between the both Toro Rossos? And also Jager is very close now.
This is the best I've seen Jager all season.
Yeah, Jager is doing a very good job while Badger gets a 3-second time penalty. And the gap of Sven to Stam has increased again.
Yeah, I don't think it's Stam's day today, unfortunately. This is the writing on the wall. The only thing that can keep Stam in it is if he gets third and gets fastest lap.
The midfield is so close to each other again.
And then wouldn't that mean, if that was the case, that if Sven didn't score and Stam won, they would draw on points?
That should be crazy. But at the moment it's not, it's very far away of that.
Not really. If Stam puts in one lap, that's incredible, then that means be a 25-point gap going into Abu Dhabi. And the title fight is still technically on.
Yeah, it's still possible. But at the moment, it is 3 points that Sven takes, and there are 3 points he needs.
Yeah, the train man though, doing a great job out in front.
Yeah, Trainman's doing a very good job at the moment, leading this Grand Prix.
I would say if I'm Stam, I'd go for an undercut. Would you agree?
Yeah, but don't know if it really... He's losing a lot of time at the moment, so I really think he has some damage.
Would you box now for the hards and just run it?
I should do it. It's also already possible for the mediums. we're already lap 14, so that's really a possibility to go onto the mediums.
Luke back
And we
in.
have not Luke pitting as first with a normal pit. And we're gonna see which tires is he gonna get on. Chris Ken also in the pit lane.
Hard tires for the McLaren.
And it is the
Hard tires.
hard ones for the Toro Rosso too.
No,
I think
mediums.
it's possible already for the mediums.
Hard. You think? These guys are going for the low worry of tyre wear.
Because the tire wear isn't really much at the moment, because there's
Stan
nowhere
closed in
any
a
sun.
little. Stan closed in a little bit this lap.
Yeah, Sven is struggling. I just saw him for a few seconds and it looked like he was really struggling during that
If I'm
sector
Sven,
two.
I undercut my teammate, my brother. I know it's a harsh thing to say, but the undercut here.
I think it is now. They are waiting, I think, just to really have the possibility to go on the mediums and get everything out of mediums while James Keller has joined us again.
Jago and Lee have a right battle. Yeah, because we're going to
Jager
P4.
Going to P4, very well done to him at the moment. He is having a fight with Lee.
Stands in.
Well,
Will
Stan
he change
gets
the
into
wing?
pit. Will he change the
Is
wing,
it-
and on what tire is he gonna
Yeah,
go?
they're holding a wing.
Yep,
They're holding a wing.
and he's going on to the mediums.
Mediums.
But he is gonna lose again around 6-7 seconds more than the other guys. So I think after the pit stops he will be behind Lee and all that guys again. While James Geller gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Badger very close to Matt G now. Badger is doing an amazing job.
Damn, they'll just come up in front of Chris Kahn. Great stuff by the Williams crew though, to make the initial stop just enough to get out in front of Chris, because that could be crucial.
Yeah, but the problem now is if Lee and Gamey and Jager are gonna pit, they're gonna be in front of Stan.
And Trey Man's in.
Treyman is now into the pit, so it will be Sven going longer. And it is Treyman going to the medium tires, of course. Very good pit stop of the Ferrari crew. Where is he gonna get out? Well, Energy then gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Where can Treyman come out? Can he still be in front of GA? I think he will. Yes, he is. He's just behind Gamey. So it's a good pit stop. While Lee also is in the pit lane. That will be an interesting one.
Stan's gonna get him.
Stan got a penalty. But is he gonna get in front of Lee?
No.
No, he isn't. Lee in front of Stan. So he needs to do the thing he did earlier this race once again.
I think he's gonna be annoyed that he's in the back of Lee now, to be honest.
I think he is, while James Gill is retired from the session. Treyman already very close to get in front of Gamey. Is he gonna do it this lap? Yes, he will, because Gamey is going into the pit lane. And Sven is now in the pit lane. And Sven, what happened? Oh, what the fuck? Sorry for my language, but Stan had what happened with Sven? Sven was standing still in the pit lane. Why did Sven waited in the pit lane? That was something very strange of the game, I think.
And Stam's gone for the move. Stam's got the better of Lee now. He's going to get the better of Jager as well, which is all the important.
And oh, Sven. I think there. Ooh, that's a possible penalty for Sven. Sven just hit Frederick on the inside of him and Frederick crashed. I think the stewards will need to look into that, because that was a reckless move, I guess. But what happened with Sven? I never saw something like this in my life. He was just in the pit access and was just standing there. I think there was
no idea.
The retired car was from James, was still standing there, and he was just behind him waiting. That was something
I
very
didn't see that
strange.
on my screen. There's a visual glitch on your end, mate, because it was perfectly clean on me. So,
yeah, but he lost 7 seconds on his teammates. So there have to be something happened.
I'll show
Because
you.
he was just
Here
one
co-
behind
anyway,
him.
sorry mate, sorry to cut you off mate, but here comes Sam on Luke Beck. As we've said in this race, every position is crucial in Stan and his attempt to catch up. Luke Beck though, no, it's not really his race. And if Stan can get past Friedrich, then again he's on the hunt, isn't he?
He is. He is again a little bit closer now. Because he almost lost the same time of Sven. And he is already close to Frederick now, but I think the stewards will look into it. The move between Sven and Frederick. So my thought that is gonna be a penalty for Sven. I just saw it from a perspective of course, but from what I saw it wasn't the right move.
If Sven's in the podium interviews after the race, you can question him about that if you like. And
Stam already very close now to Frederick to overtake him. Oh, I almost lost his car there.
on the curb.
I think
Stan
Stan
fast.
is a very frustrated guy at the moment.
Can you blame him?
No. Well, Luke Beck is getting very close now to overtake him. And Lee is also very close. It's gonna be a move for a tree. Lee is gonna get in front of his teammate. Wow. Lee is getting a very good race at the moment.
Lee's the JB of this week, isn't he?
It is. Lee is doing an amazing job together with his teammate, not Luke.
God, Stam! Up the inside!
And Stam on the
Dive bomb!
inside.
Friedrich there just has to get out of the
Frederick,
way.
yeah. I think Frederick is frustrated too at the moment.
And Stam will catch up to Badger pretty quickly on those 18 lap hold hards.
He will.
He's already in the DRS and he's going to get so much speed out the corner. That's beautiful for the Williams. Surely he could go for the move into turn one.
I
He might
think
not
he
even
is.
have to. Look
Yeah,
at the
well,
overspeed.
He
Fastest
is so
lap
much faster. A 1:10.0.
by
or
Maggi
1:8
and the Williams. Surely Maggi will just pull over here.
And also, yeah, at Badger there happened something with him because also Lee and Frederick gets in front of him. Now also Luke gets in front of him.
Yeah,
And
goes
Lee
as
at
well.
the moment now in P5. Well, GA gets a 3-second time penalty.
Issue is here, when will Maggi realise it's my teammate behind me? He's in the title race, I need to get out of the way here. Or will he? You know, because I mean, obviously, Stam's not there yet. I don't think
I
he'll
think
catch up
he's
a
just gonna
second.
give him some TRS and then he
No,
he
there we
already
go,
does it
there
here.
we go, there we
Very
go.
well done from Maggi. He is putting
Now,
the title fight on. But
now
it's
the straight fight.
9.8 seconds. It is still possible, but it's gonna be so difficult for Stan at the moment.
But he's going to give everything, isn't
He is gonna give everything, but sometimes giving everything is not enough.
he? Harsh lessons there from
It is, that's
some-
life.
sometimes giving everything is not enough, so you shouldn't even try.
No, of course he has to try, but sometimes it is too much. It is too far away. And it looks like today is such a day.
Stam, it looks like there'll be celebration in the Ferrari camp. Again.
Yeah, finishing a 1-2, securing the championship.
But again,
I think they will be
anything
happy if that
Anything
happens.
can happen. Anything can happen. So
It is.
still 15 laps of the Brazilian Grand Prix.
At the moment, I think the closest battle is between not Luke and Frederick. When will Frederick come in? He's already 20 laps on his mediums. That's a hell of a lap that he has to do now because Luke is getting very close. And also Jaeger is doing an amazing job today. P7 at the moment. so he will be P6 when Frederick gets into the pits.
Right now, though, the championship is still technically on, and will go off to Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, because Stam has the extra point, while Jager tries the outside of Luke. Now has the inside, and they touched, and Jager almost lost it. I think we have a race that the stewards won't be happy with. They're gonna have a hell of a job tonight to look into everything.
Yeah, go back into P7, and yeah. But right now,
Game is very close to him, so that's
right now,
unlucky for him.
mathematically, the championship is still. I don't know what happens in the event of. Does it go down to race wins, or?
I don't know if I'm totally honest. I think it will be going against race wins. I think that's the most logical, but I think we have
finishes?
to ask that again.
So like DNFs and that? I don't know. Because, I mean, the thing that's exciting is that mathematically either way, Stam has chased Sven all this way. You know, and we got to give him credit either way, haven't we? He's chased him to the very end.
At the moment, like Alex just said, still the fight is on to Abu Dhabi because Stam has the extra point. But
they can draw on points.
We have some drivers that are pitting late to go onto the softs, so that point could possibly still go away.
And the one thing I see in one column was that Stam wasn't even in the first 3 races, I don't think. I think he debuted in Baku and he's in the world title fight.
Yeah.
So that's impeccable, I think.
We have Badger and Frederick now on soft tires, they just pitted.
Will they take that fastest lap away from Stam?
If they do, they are ruining the chances of Stam his championship.
The Greek driver and the Williams, not done them. Actually, no. Will they? If it depends if they get in the top 10 or not. But either way, Stam won't get the point.
I think Stam is now really praying that they don't go faster than his lap.
He's got to pray that, unfortunately, Ben has some kind of issue or makes a mistake.
Well, at the moment, we don't have a really close battle. The closest one is between Gamey and Jager. Don't know if it's already gonna happen this lap. I think he's just a little bit too far away to make a move.
We're back on the hard tyres though. He's lost complete and utter contact with his teammate. I think Stam's going to make comfortable now and begin to make slight inroads. Obviously, it's going to be tight, isn't it? If he can really push the next few laps. He's going a little bit
faster at the moment. He's just closing the gap a little bit.
Every little helps, as they say here in the UK when it comes to the Tesco, I think it is.
It does. It's now at 9.5. I think Sven is having some trouble because he's also losing time to his teammate. He maybe is struggling a little bit.
Well, trouble for Sven is good for Stam, isn't it?
It is. Or Stam has to hope that the connection falls away or something. Stam just hopes, I think, he can secure a place higher now. And we have had energy then retired from the race. I think that's on the pit lane. Yes, it is. And Frederick and Badger did a lap on the softs and didn't beat the fastest lap.
I'm saying is, look at Luke Beck on those hards. He's struggling. You got gamey things here in the battle for P5 as well.
Yeah,
watch out.
Jager is having a fight. Is Gamey gonna try and make the move? I think he's just a little bit far away.
Jager will.
Jager will have a move. Oh, Luke! No, he won't.
Yeah.
And now he's putting Gamey very close to him because he didn't make that move. And he also gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. And there's another point. Frederick takes it away from Stam while Jager goes into P5. What a race he is having.
So, would you say the likelihood now is that championship is over?
Sorry to interrupt you.
It's okay.
Don't know
what Would you say the likelihood is now championship over?
The championship at the moment is over.
Luke Beck!
Luke Beck happened something. I don't know what happened.
Me neither. But he's dropped even further back as the Toro Rosso. I just feel for Stam today, you know. I just feel
Trayman gets a 3-second penalty. That's an interesting one.
Don't think it'll do much, mate, I'll be honest. And Sven's on 2 warnings, so he's probably going to get at least 1. I do feel really bummed out for Stan today.
Chris Can going in front of Gamey, sorry to interrupt you again. But there
Right,
are
mate.
many battles happening at the moment. Well,
I
Sven
mean,
now gets a penalty indeed.
yeah.
And also Stan
Stan.
does get, have already got a penalty. Well,
Here
Frederick
comes
gets
Gamey
speeding in the
back
pit
on
lane.
Chris. Frederick. Fester. Felix. Not
Yeah, Fester.
Frederick.
Yeah, oh, it's so... Felix and Frederick, it's so... The names are so
Easy.
close to each other. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, Felix.
And obviously, we just want to remind you that this is not the series finale of SFL. We've got one more week. I've got one more commentary session in the box. Might be joined with my good friend JB. My last ever commentary session. I think JB's last ever commentary session.
Are you
as
gonna
well.
stop with commentary, mate?
Yeah, this is it.
That's the first thing I heard of it.
This is it. No, this isn't new news. This isn't new news, my friend. This was sorted out, I think, in Canada. All the way back then. So it's
yeah,
been
I've
confirmed.
never heard of it, mate. So you're quitting
Yeah.
SFR?
Quitting F1 in general, my friend. Off to university next year. Don't really have time to commit.
The real
But
life.
I might. Yep. But yeah. If there's racing next season, I might. If we're doing a shortened calendar, I might just have time to sneak in and do a season of racing, but not commentary because there'll be so much sorting out to do.
Can we have some love in the chat for Alex, please, guys? He deserves it.
It's still 1 week, yeah. I mean, still
yeah,
got.
but it's my last time with you, because next week JB will be there, and Chris Can loses it. Chris Can spins.
Let me tell you what. The one thing that Stan would love is a safety car. If the game put a safety.
Indeed. That should spice things up.
That would keep the. I think if the safety car came out, I think Stan would actually overtake Sven.
He will, because at the moment he is doing a little bit faster. The gap is decreasing.
It's not enough. It's not enough.
It's a little bit closing down, but it's too slow to really.
Unless Sven gets damage. I don't know even if Sven got damage, I don't think he'd box unless it was horrible. But I mean. Chris Can's boxing that.
Yeah, I think he wants to try and get another another point for fastest lap. Just fallen out of the top 10. We're looking at the moment to the guy that probably is gonna secure the World Championship today. Because we don't have any close battles at the moment.
I'm looking at him too, and you just got to give credit to the man. I mean, if Stan was here at the start of the season, it could have been a very different story.
It is, but it happened the other way around. It happened like it happened, and Sven really deserves it, of course. And what a way it's gonna be if they can secure this like it's now. Finishing a 1-2 with a 1-2 starting lineup with a championship. That's an amazing thing then for Ferrari in GP3 here.
The only thing that would make it even better for Ferrari is if somehow that Sven overtook Trainman. I don't see that happening today. I mean, I just feel really bad for Stan, but he was so close. He was on the border of making it to Abu Dhabi in the world title picture.
He is. He just has 1 point. 1 point he is missing at the moment.
And unfortunately, the gap's not there for him to box.
No, he just wants to get the same thing. If he boxes now, he's getting P8 or 9, so yeah.
Yeah, it's too much. He won't be able to catch up.
And like we said already a few times, he is getting closer, but it's just not fast enough. His start was the thing. His start was horrible, going from P4 to P8 or P7.
Again, and without repeating myself, I just feel bad that it wasn't really any of his ill will. It was more the drivers around him being so eager. Yeah, cost him. Really, and you know, I just think in that situation it must be devastating when you know that you didn't make the mistake and it was the drivers around you.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm just feeling for him in that situation.
Because we are only sure of one thing at the moment, and that is that the stewards are gonna have a busy night.
Yeah, but if Sven could still get a penalty for sure. But I don't think they'll give him like a big 8-second penalty.
Nah, I
Which
don't
is what
think.
Stan would. If Stan could decrease the gap to 5 seconds, which is possible,
Yeah,
still
at the
be.
rate he's doing it, he may end up like around 6. So if he could bring a little bit more pace, it's. But you don't hope that, of course. You don't hope that the championship battle is holding up due to penalties, but it's possible.
We are just journalists and we say what we
We
think
are.
could happen.
Maybe not very good ones, but we're trying our best. Well,
Whoa, I think alright. I think
Felix
I'm
and
okay.
Kriska are having a very busy job with each other, fighting for P13, so not fighting for the points at the moment.
Did you realise you just said that I'm not a very good journalist? Like, you know,
No, that's about myself, mate. You are the best journalist I ever saw in my whole life.
Will Buxton eat your heart out? No, I like Will Buxton. Do you like Will Buxton?
Nah, not
You
really.
not a fan?
Nah, not interested in it.
What a paddock pass.
I just saw the move where I don't know if it was something between big boxers or something, but that one his lip exploded. That was very strange.
I don't know what you're on about. I'm talking about Will Buxton, the F1 presenter.
Oh. Okay, I'm just like in another dimension or something today.
Oh my god.
I just like I didn't take any drugs, but I have the feeling I did. So just let's go back to the racing. We have yeah, Felix is 8 tenths away of Chris Gale.
Without quoting Lando Norris, I feel like I'm crying. Oh, that's brilliant.
Are you
It
I'm
was anyone
crying.
like when his lip exploded.
Jager gets.
I
Oh, yes,
was like,
something.
what?
Yeah, Jager. Oh no, he was doing such an amazing job, Jager, and now he lost. He lost it on the straight. How did that happen? There was any contact then?
But yeah, we were like, that was lip exploded. I was like, what? I was like, what are you on about? You're talking about boxing, I assume. You talking about boxing? I'm kind of confused.
Yeah.
Oh.
I
Do you
was
know
just
who
in
Will
another
Buxton
dimension.
is? Do you know who Will Buxton is?
I think I have an idea, but I don't really sure that he is what I think he is.
He hosts Paddock Pass on the F1.
Yeah, the guy, yeah.
I mean, here comes GA on Jurgen. Jurgen's got wing damage, so GA.
That's so.
Yeah, he's got.
Jager was doing such an amazing job today, and then he lost it in lap 33.
I'll tell you one man who's done an amazing job today. It's Trey, man. I haven't seen that much of him.
Yeah, Trey, man. We didn't saw. We only saw him in the beginning, but I will set the camera on him because we didn't have.
Another mistake. Jurgen won't finish the race. He won't finish the race today.
Oh no. Oh, he has to watch out. Yeah, that wasn't a quite good move with Maggi. He just stays on the racing line. Well, Maggi had to leave the track.
I think anger got over him there. Obviously, I'm not advocating for it.
He was in P5, I guess. Yeah, he's spitting and he's gonna retire. I'm sure of that. Is he gonna retire? Yes, he will.
I love how we stuck to the pit lane rules though and slowed down. Normally,
normally if you're gonna retire, you just take a penalty.
GA side by side with a Banksy for P8 in the Grand Prix. The McLaren, the Renault, both powered by the same. They touch.
Yeah,
GA got a good run.
Oh, you want it from GA? But I think some words are gonna be needed for Banksy if we're gonna join Speed Force Racing. He's a little bit too aggressive.
I think that was fair. That one.
Yeah, but at some points today, he has gone a little bit over the line.
Yeah, sometimes, but I think that move there was just good side-by-side racing, in my opinion.
Of course, it isn't the easiest track to be battling.
No, Badger is on the back end now, so we've got a throw fight to the end. But Treyman and Sven is only 2 laps away from claiming World Championship gold here in SFR.
And
which
we're gonna
means
stand. What a job is Badger doing? GP4 driver now fighting for P8.
Did you say we're gonna stand?
What, sir?
You said that we're gonna stand and then cut off.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Did you say we're gonna stand up for Sven? Is that what you meant?
Yeah, of course we will.
I mean, I can't. I'm in a wheelchair, mate. But I mean, I appreciate the thought.
Oh, that's not good, mate. What happened?
What happened? I was born.
Oh.
But no. No. I am in a wheelchair. I wasn't joking. But
I'm sorry to hear that, mate.
no, it's a brilliant life, mate. Brilliant life. Love it. But GA, the issue here with this battle is Jay's got wing damage, which means he's lost and losing downforce. It means he's incredibly quick on the straights. So, you know, this could be an interesting battle.
Well, Jager left the session.
And now Sven, I tell you what, credit to Stam today though. It was upwards, you know, and I'm sorry for not mentioning Sven so much, but I just feel bad for the bloke to get that close to being world champion and then losing it. Anyway, here comes Badger then on Banksy. Maybe Banksy's on those hard tyres. Banksy's going to have one more go at the McLaren. Have you got your eyes on this battle as well?
I do.
Also, GA got the best. GA hasn't got the best exit. Friedrich's on the back and Luke back as well. He's going to keep eyes on that one. And yeah, I think GA's going to let him go. GA, no!
No, GA doesn't want to.
Now, and Badger's on the back of this. Meanwhile, look at Friedrich, the other Renault.
Oh, Badger struggling. I don't think he will get back again, but we have.
Remember, GA's got
getting in his last lap.
I mean, remember, GA's got the wing damage, so he's very slow in the corners. Badger's already only 5% back, so keep your eyes on Friedrich for now, though, because I think he might claim P6 away from the Toro Rosso.
Yeah, that's still possible. And Lee in P4, what a job he did today.
It's because JB wasn't here to block him. But anyway, here comes Friedrich around the outside.
You can tell him that yourself.
But anyway, mate, here we go. This is the last lap. Here, and the last lap where the championship will be available. But here comes the Renault of Banksy on GA, and here comes Badger, the racing point. And Badger doesn't want to commit. Banksy wants to go on the outside though here. There's still a line to go, but I'm checking to see Treyman. He's come around the last few corners, but we've got to check this out. I've got to give a round of applause.
Treyman is gonna win this race. We're gonna first see him go over the line. He wins the Brazilian Grand Prix, and then it is Sven, who is your world champion of GP3.
He'll be saying grazie. He'll be saying grazie, and speaking other Italian words. Here's your champion. 21 long and hard races fought. He had Stan chasing him almost all the way, but it was all hard fought by that Bloomin' Williams. But the Ferraris are your champions, constructors and solo standings. We got a battle for P8 to look at. Can Badger go for one more move on this McLaren? No. I'll tell you what, Banksy! On the line, here we go!
Banksy fighting with Badger now. Before we go on to the ceremony. Will Badger still be able to get in front of Banksy? No, he won't. No. But maybe with penalties?
No. Maggi, will he score a point today? Yes, he will. Yes, gets better Badger. Chris gets better Badger as well. Badger went down the top. And Felix...
Felix is just, yeah. I don't think he really enjoyed this race.
That sums up Felix's season. But one thing that doesn't sound like lad's season is Sven, and we're going to get him in a bit earlier. I'm going to invite him to the party now to get a bit of chat, if that's okay.
Wins the championship today as his brother and teammate wins the race.
I won't be able to invite him until he gets into session, but I really hope we get the chance to invite Sven. Actually, he's messaged me in the
podium for today. The two Ferraris.
We'll try and invite him now. Sorry for talking over you.
And then
congratulations.
What a race. But we have here your champion of the world. Sven wins it. And the battle didn't go to the last race. Only 1 point more was needed for.
Are you friends with Sven?
I am not, mate.
I'm gonna try and figure this out. Yeah, no, incredible stuff from Sven. Incredible today. Top 10 stuff, and big moves, needed moves. I mean, what's a good
Just gonna say the final endings before any Stewart collisions. It's Treyman on P1, Sven on P2, Stam in P3, Lee in P4, Gamey on P5, Not Luke in P6, Frederick in P7, GA in P8, Banksy in P9, Maggie in P10, Kriska in P11, Badger P12, Hunter P13. It is Felix in P14, Jaeger in P15, Energy Dan in P16, James Killer in P17, Psychomits in P18 and Punch in P19.
This is when I regret having so many friends on PSN. I'm not.
Yep.
That was,
Yeah, I did that, mate.
Sven
He
as
can
well.
be inviting Sven.
There's Sven. Ferrari. There we go. View profile.
What a race it was again. And it is Ferrari who will be very enjoyable today.
I suggested Sven as well.
Okay, great. Hopefully they will join. Yeah, I hope that very much, that they come in. It should be amazing to talk with them.
Oh. That was a good race. That was some good racing.
Please, Ferrari boys, join us.
I really hope they do.
And it was such a close one for Stam. Just missing the championship. And there we have him, the championship winner of
World
Season
Champion
5 GP3.
I just want to say, because I've been in the inside time, congratulations, my friend. Much deserved. Obviously, I'll translate for you over to the people because your mic's not set to share, but I just say congratulations on the World Championship, mate. That is mathematically, you have done it. You are World Champion. Yeah, man, I mean, commiserations to Stam, obviously, he pushed you all the way. But, I mean, is there anything you want to say to Stam before we get into the interview and the celebrations? Yes. So Sven there just saying he feels relieved that the championship's over, but Stam did race him all the way and he's very thankful for that. But 1 minute close. We got the other brother here. Your brother is world champion, mate. How are you feeling? This is got to be exciting for you. World champion.
Yeah, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, do you know any Italian stuff? Do you know any Italian words you can say? Phrases.
Grazie ragazzi.
But no, I mean, Treyman, I was to be honest, because of stuff we've seen earlier on in the season, I was really worried that you weren't going to race your brother there. But you gave him a race in those first 30 laps, didn't you? And then you blew past him.
Yeah, thank you. I raced the hardest I could this race. I just wanted to win. So I'm still the fastest.
Unfortunately, Treyman, the stats don't lie, and it doesn't look that way this year.
Maybe next year later.
Maybe next year. But no, yeah. I mean, obviously, you guys didn't see, but Stam got a terrible start. Got beaten up in the first few corners. I mean, Treyman, as you've been fighting in this title fight as well, anything you want to say to Stam? Just because obviously he got so close, but just missed out.
Yeah, I mean, keep fighting, and next season we will fight again.
Absolutely.
He's really fast, Stam.
I can't wait for the viewers to see that. I'm so sad I'll be missing that one. But you know, I'm just sorry, Treyman. I know you won the race, but I've got to talk to your brother and just, you know, in the beginning of this race, were you going with the mindset of closing off the world title, or was it just of the race? Ferrari first corner strategies never worked, did they? And Trademan, if you were still in the title fight, would you have kept the rules of that agreement?
Yeah, maybe not. We see.
No? Okay. I mean, I want to talk to you, Trademan, though, before we actually end up with Sven again. Congratulations on the race. You were really, 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 really quick.
Thank you.
What's your secret? What's different about this track that makes others for you?
I think it's the medium fast corners, not like 90-degree bends, you know. I don't like 90 degrees bends. I like when it's a flowing track like France or Silverstone and Brazil, obviously. With those races I won. And yeah, that's about it.
I mean, I mean, you kind of said it earlier, but I assume next week you two are going to lay it all up the line. There's going to be no brother love. You're just going to fight out in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
Give us a show.
Good luck to you.
Give us a show. Come on.
We will.
It's mine and JB's last time on commentary, so you got to give us a show. Well, based on Ferrari's pace in real life, you guys won't be anyone in the front, but you know it's equal parts, so you guys are lucky. I mean, I just before we wrap up, Senna, anything you want to say to either of these boys?
Just congratulations. I think anything else you have said, mate. Not really any questions left. Just what an amazing season for Ferrari, and what a race today to end the championship fight.
Yeah, my last thing I want to say to you, Sven, is you're in GP3 right now. Could we see a move to GP2 next year? I mean, would that mean you're leaving your brother behind? I think, you know, Trademan, you've got some unfinished business down here in GP3. So the brothers Swedes sticking together. Alright, boys, well, congratulations every single time. We'll see you next week in Abu Dhabi. As you said, very excited. I really hope you do the show, because there's nothing to lose now. Well, Senna, that was Interlagos, and that is the time that we have had together. It's been what, 3 weeks? 3 weeks?
I think it was 3 weeks, man, and it was really
We've
enjoyable.
had
3 weeks.
It's been incredible to commentate with you. Obviously, you're sticking around in Speed Rules next season.
I will.
I'm departing, so I just want to say it's been incredible to, you know, obviously you've started the season and you've progressed, and I just want to say you are really cracking, and I can't wait. And I really hope you have a good time in the future. But yeah, I'm obviously be back next week. Senna, you won't be. You'll be here on Thursdays, though, won't you? So you've still got 2
I will be. I will be there for a Premier League.
But that's me done, guys, for this week, and I've got one more week with me and JB, the OG couple, if you like, here of SFR commentary. And yeah, that'll be it for me. And that's it for Interlagos, guys. We'll see you next week. As you had nothing to lose, just one more race to go. Enjoy.
Have a good evening, guys.